appreciate being here. If you are a guest with us, first of all, welcome. We do this every Tuesday. We've been doing this now for how, Sean, what is it? 5 years, 4 years, 5 years? I don't know.
Going on five, I bet.
We probably have a couple hundred of these now in the archive. I mean, just great stuff. Bringing in just top agents from all over the country, all over the U.S. and Canada, primarily, to come in and just share things that are working for them. And we record these, so you can always watch these later up on our YouTube channel. We put them all up there. But John, thank you so much for being here. John, am I saying your last name right, John? I meant to ask.
Yeah, that's perfect,
Side? Is it
actually.
Side? Is that how it
Yeah,
is?
yeah, it's
There you go.
perfect.
Okay. So John is an eight-time icon agent for EXP, which is just huge. Been here, started real estate in 2006. He had 1 year where he sold 140 homes, 308 million by himself as a solo agent. John is a stud. John, you know what you're doing in this business. But up in Vancouver, British Columbia, top 10% of all teams up there, top 1% realtor up there as well. He wrote a book, How to Be a Beast. So, and are you still president of EXP Realty Canada, John?
No, I've since stepped down.
Okay.
So,
You were at one
yeah,
point though. I mean, so anyway, John's doing a lot of stuff for in real estate, a lot of stuff for the company. But really, I know one of your focuses is really just helping your team, helping agents just grow and double and triple their businesses. And so when I saw your training you did with EXP, I'm like, man, this market being what it is, expired listings like crazy, homes just sitting there all over the place. I thought, man, this would be great to have you come in and share some stuff. So,
yeah.
John, I know this doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, or form to come into our group and do this, other than the fact that we're all EXP and we all play one big team, and that's how it is. And I love it here. And so we appreciate you coming in. Okay, thank you so much. I'll let
Awesome.
you take
Thanks,
it.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody, and thank you for being here. And today we're going to talk about how to get your listing sold and pre-qualification, and ultimately you want to take listings to sell them, not to stack them. And feel free to go ahead and interject, or if you see something that you're like confronted by, just give me a yeah, but, or just speak up or put up your Zoom hand, whatever you like. I like it to be more interactive instead of just me talking at you guys. Are you guys ready to play with me?
Let's do it. Play along,
Uh,
everybody.
put in the chat box if you're ready. Good morning. Are you awake? Put in the chat box for me if you're ready. Okay. 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 All right. So let's do this. Can you see my screen, Jeff? Yep. Okay. Perfect.
We got
All right. So, gang, how to get your listing sold? I just talked to Jeff before all of you guys came in. Listings are sitting there, tons of expired listings. So it's all over North America. It's happening. Here in Greater Vancouver, our market has been trending downwards for 4 straight years. So we're seeing listings sit, and then even when new listings come on, we know it's a relist with a reduced price. So how are we going to get our listings sold? Okay. So your success in today's market starts, and I would say ends, with price and motivation. There's only two things that ever sell a home. It's price and it's motivation. High levels of motivation, you'll get lower the price, right? Low levels of motivation, they're always going to overprice the property. All right. Getting your listing sold starts and ends with price. The quicker you price it right, the quicker you get it sold, and price drives everything. So get it right from the start. All right. Other factors obviously do matter. Accessibility of the home, if there are tenants, is tougher to show, and condition obviously affect marketing. But at the end of the day, let's get clear on this. Only two things: motivation and price. So how do we get to find out how motivated they are? It's pre-qualifying intensely. And I would say 95% of all the agents out there, before they go on a listing appointment, they do not pre-qualify. Hello, my name is so and so, and I'm looking to sell a home. Can you come over? Oh, yes, you're so excited about the listing, right? But the thing is, we need to pre-qualify before we go there. Motivated sellers, again, equals higher cooperation and will be willing to price it at the market price in order to get it sold. An unmotivated seller has low levels of cooperation. They'll give you all the objections, and they will not operate in logic. They operate more so in emotion about what they're trying to achieve, which is mostly motivated by price. they're going to price it above the market value. So if you get a motivated seller, you know, okay, we're going to get a price right eventually. When you have an unmotivated seller, you think you're going to take the home at a price that will not cause it to sell and keep on beating up the seller week after week after week. They won't because they're not highly motivated. So in today's market, guys, you want to take listings that are motivation level 8, 9, and 10. There's called the 7 Ds of life, which, I'll probably have it somewhere in the presentation. If not, we'll talk about it in a little bit here. All right. So your plan matters. Go ahead and screenshot or, take just scan the QR code to get your seller script, buyer script, open house tools. My seller's guide. Last year, we were able to sell in 2025 321 homes. That's $308 million in sales volume. So in 2016, when I was still, before I became a team leader, I sold 149 homes as a solo agent, right? So, like, I'm not, again, Jeff says I know what I'm doing. Honestly, I just made more mistakes than you guys, and I have more time than you guys to make those mistakes. So hopefully today, after seeing my presentation, you can avoid the mistakes that I made, when I was coming up in my career. So this is my 20 years in business, and I've been punched multiple times in the face. I've been through a few cycles, right? I was $80,000 in debt in 2008. My first year, I earned $2,500, and I've ground through many of these down markets, so I know what to do. But by no means do I know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. But hopefully these can help. So have you guys taken their screenshots yet? Or I'll send you the presentation. All right. So there are 6 steps. Number 1, obviously, set the appointment. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, based on your goals, I'm going to Colorado by end of September. We need to set an appointment so we can sit down for about 15 to 20 minutes so I can show you exactly what I do in order to get your home sold. Go there. Before you go there, you got to pre-qualify. Again, pre-qualify intensely. You might want to write this down. You got to clear on who is the decision maker. What are they trying to achieve? When do they want to move to Colorado? And where? Where do they want to move to? So we just said Colorado. And why, right? Why? We don't ask too often. Why? Why are you moving to Colorado? How is that going to improve your life? And if you don't get this property sold, can you still move, right? And lastly, how will you choose the agent that you want to work with? How will you know if you found the right agent? Dig deeper on all of these, right? If they're giving you vague answer on the first level, you got to dig a little bit deeper. Don't be afraid to ask deeper questions because that will help you determine if they're truly motivated or not. So who are the decision makers? What is their ideal price, net proceeds, and plan if it doesn't sell? And when do they need to move closer to or close? Timing and deadlines. And why? Why are they selling now? What's their true motivation? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I understand you want to go to Colorado Springs by end of September. I'm curious, you guys have a beautiful home. What particular reason are you even thinking about selling this beautiful home? Oh, great. Well, what's taking you to Colorado? Oh, job transfer. Okay, by when do you need to go there by? Figure out and ask more questions, right? Prepare a CMA. Obviously, everybody knows how to do this. So I would recommend today's market to go maybe 30 to 60 days back if you have enough comparables, but pick the 3 best actives. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, there are a couple of parts of this research. Number 1, we call fantasy land. That's what homeowners list their homes for, and they're staying on the market, and they're your competition. Number 2 sector of my comparative market analysis is what has sold in the past 30 to 60 days. It's what real estate agents list and sell homes for. So we're going to decide today where we're going to spend your time. So I recommend that we stay in reality and what the market is willing to bear. And in today's market, I would recommend that you pick 3 expired listings that simply did not sell. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, these 3 listings did not sell. They have done us a huge favor. Can I share with you what I mean? They've already tested the market for the last 180 days and it's proven not to work. So you did tell me you wanted to go to Colorado Spring by end of September. Is that correct? Can we afford to price it at this price that'll cause you to expire? No. Okay, great. Let's stay in reality and our competition. Prepare a CMA. These days, you might be able to do it through Claude, right? We built out a bot actually that can help you book tours and do automatic CMAs and even write contracts. We'll talk about that later. So send the CMA and your listing package to the seller before the appointment. And why do we want to do that? Why don't we just participate a little bit? Why do we want to do that? And I want you guys to actually go ahead and put the listing contract with the commission filled in, with the list price filled in, suggested list price filled in. Why do we want to do that? If you want to speak up or give me a yeah, but. Yeah, but.
Yeah, you want to make sure that they're motivated. You want to make sure you're on the same page. You want to make sure you're not wasting your time.
Absolutely correct, Don. Thank you. Setting up expectations on where their prices are. I'm not trying to gauge your bottom line, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we're not too far out from each other, right? Clarity and time, so they're prepared ahead of time for any potential questions. Yes, yes, absolutely. And you know what? Once you send the pre-listing package along with your CMA, along with your listing contract, along with all the disclosures, guess what? They're going to be like, wow, this agent Don means business. You know what? A lot of times when I send the pre-listing package, by the time I get to the door, it's already signed. That's called a no-minute listing presentation, as my mentor, Mike Ferry, would call it. No-minute listing presentation. I would love that. And a lot of times, guys, before I go to the house, I send them the AuthentiSign or DocuSign of the listing contract already set. I already send it to them before I get there. And once I get there, do the listing presentation. Hey, guys, when you're ready, just go ahead and open up your phone. Yes, my verbiage is I'm bleeding Mike Ferry. Okay, so yeah, once you get there and the listing presentation, you guys agree on the price, the motivation, the time frame, the commission, the fees, right? You are going to get the contract signed. Just open up your phone and go ahead and click through, and we're all done here. I just need your ID and I'll be on my way. I'll begin marketing your property right away. All right. So after you do that, confirm. How many times have you guys been ghosted by the seller? Oh my gosh, I'm here, but they're not home. So call before you go and confirm that they received the materials and confirm the appointment. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I've gone ahead and sent you the pre-listing package, the CMA, and all the listing contracts and all the disclosures. I'm curious, do you have any questions for me before I come? Well, we don't like your price. Well, we think your commission is too high. Do we not all hear these objections? Now you know what to handle before you go. But if you don't confirm and ask them if they have any questions, once you show up, they're going to be like, you know what? We don't like your price. Get out of here. We don't like your commission. Get out of here. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's one of the first things we will discuss when we sit down. Okay. Show up. Pay attention. Our fiduciary responsibility, guys, is to tell the truth no matter how uncomfortable it is for the seller. And don't be attached to the outcome. A lot of us are attached to the outcome, attached to the paycheck, attached to getting paid. But at the end of the day, if you just show up mentally, physically, and emotionally, tell the truth, right, to the seller, they will respect you no matter what the outcome is. And you know what? Most of the time, you're going to get the contract signed. If you follow my process here, you will get 75% of the contracts of the listing appointments that you go on. My listing appointment to listing taken ratio was 91%, meaning every 100 I would take 91 listings. Every 10 times I show up to a listing appointment, I would take 9. If you are right now going on 10 and you're taking 2 to 3, if you follow this, guys, you're going to get 7 or 8. Same amount of work because you're going on 10 listing appointments, but you're getting an extra 4 to 5 listings signed. Does that sound good? Yes or no? Yes or yes? Yes? No? Okay, great. All right. Be attached to peace with the right clients. Yes, I love that. Okay. So deliver a powerful listing presentation. Go ahead and scan the QR code here for the listing script. And it includes the price adjustment form so the seller sees it up front. Why do we want to do that? Well, John, I see that you have a listing contract here and all your disclosures, and you included this listing amendment form. What's that all about? Well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I just want to get you used to looking at this form here is when we have to adjust the price, this is what we use. Well, in fact, if you guys are ready, because the market always goes up and down, the time we sign the listing, sometimes the price has changed already. So why don't we go ahead and sign a 5% price adjustment form in case if it doesn't sell within the 3 weeks, we already are ahead of the game. So why don't we go ahead and execute that as well? Go ahead and initial here, right? Got to have some balls to say that, right? But include it. If they don't sign, that's fine, but at least they've seen it. You're setting expectations, right? Deliver a powerful listing presentation. Set the right expectations. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, in the next 21 days, 3 scenarios can happen. We call this price and strategy versus time form. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I so appreciate the opportunity to get your home on the market and get it sold. In the next 21 days, we're going to experience 3 scenarios. Number 1 is we're going to get a lot of showings. We're going to get offers within the first couple of weeks, and your property will be in escrow and it will close smoothly. Wouldn't that be great? Well, of course, that's what we want. Yes, we want to go to Colorado as soon as possible. Okay, fantastic. Right? Number 2 scenario is we're going to get a lot of showings, 6 to 10 showings or even more showings than that, but we're going to get no offers or we're going to get a lower offer that you will not accept. That just simply means that the list price is 5% above what the market is willing to bear. So at which point, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and adjust the price. You have a couple of choices and the choice is up to you at that time. Number 3 scenario is if you get 6 or less showings, that means that your list price is at least 10% above what the market is willing to bear. And at which time I'm going to ask you to go ahead and adjust the price. And you have a couple of options, and the option is totally up to you. And at that point, whatever you choose, I will support you 1,000%. So include the listing amendment form officially from web forms or your local forms, whatever, and include this piece of paper and have them initial. You see the boxes on the bottom right-hand corner? Have them initial, right, at the listing presentation. So they can't fight you 21 days down the road. Well, John, I don't remember talking about this. Well, let me just remind you about this form here. Do you remember what we signed? Price strategy? Oh, yes. Yes, we did, John. And you're right on the dot. And you've been communicating with me every single day. And now it's 21 days. I guess you've done everything in your plan of action. I guess we need to adjust the price. I agree with you. Let's go ahead and adjust the price so we can get the property sold. Guys, communication is everything. In the first week, honestly, if you're not communicating with them every single day, you're not on track. A lot of agents, right, they just list a property on MLS, put a sign in the yard, and just simply pray. That's called a PPP plan. We don't want to be a PPP agent, okay? 14-day communication plan. If you want this plan, I have the full script for the first 14 days. You got to be talking to them every single day. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, day 1, the home has hit the market. I'm super excited about getting your home on the market and get it sold. I've already spoken to 30 people telling them about your listing. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, do you have any questions for me? No? Okay, great. I will give you a call tomorrow. And you do that for 14 days. Weekly updates. We email it to them, MLS stats, showing feedback, how many hits they're getting on MLS, how many hits we're getting on Instagram, how many hits we're getting on Facebook, how many hits we're getting on all the social media platforms. And I'm with eXp Luxury as well. They give us all the stats on all those platforms, how many hits we get. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we got a total of 5,000 hits on all these platforms, and yet we still don't have an offer. What do you think the market is telling you about the price that we have set for your home so far? Okay. Open house results, social media analytics. Create a WhatsApp group, right, with your seller and your admin and yourself and anybody who is involved in the transaction for daily updates and quick responses. I do that for every one of my seller clients. It works. Okay. It's been 3 weeks and the home hasn't sold. Oh no. What are we gonna do, John? I want to go to Colorado. That's the voice of that cartoon character. Sorry if that annoyed you. All right, so here's what to do. Requalify for motivation and time frame. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, Initially, when we first started this whole process, you did say that you wanted to go to Colorado Springs by end of September. Is that still the same? Well, yes, it is, John. Okay, great. Then I'm sure you've gotten our emails, and I've called you every single day letting you know exactly what we've been doing based on the plan of action to get your home sold. Did you get all the feedback from the showings? Well, yes, we did, John. Thank you very much. Now, how many offers have we received so far? We have no offers. Okay, perfect. Well, there's a couple of a couple of options that we have right now at your disposal, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. You can either adjust the price based on what the market is telling us, or we can simply go ahead and just keep going the same price. Or if your plans have changed, excuse me, and your time frame has changed, we can simply take it off the market and wait until the market catches up to exactly what you want. Now, based on what's important to you and your time frame, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what would you like to do? That's called the price reduction script. Okay, 3 options. And beyond that, guys, give the 3 options, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, based on what's feasible, most feasible for you and your family. What would you like to do? And stay unattached to whatever they say. You've given them options. All right. Price strategy in a down market. Okay, are we all in a down market right now? I believe so. At least mine. If I see a comparable sold for 850,000 about a month ago, guess what? Today that home should be priced at 799. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. So you need to get ahead of the market. Don't chase it down. I always tell my sellers, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the sellers that I work with, the clients that I work with, when they price ahead of the market, especially when the market's going like this, they're going to get more offers and a better price. The ones that price a little bit above market, they're usually utilizing more of a long-term strategy, and they're chasing the market downwards. Now, based on what's important to you, your time frame in going to Colorado Springs on time, what do you think is the most feasible list price as a strategy in order to get your home sold, to get ahead of the market instead of chasing it down? Well, John, it seems like you're guiding and advising me to have me self-discover that I need to be at 799 instead of the last ones that sold at 850. Well, yes, I agree with you. Let's go ahead and list the property at 799 so we can get your property sold, right? A falling knife. In a down market, if you keep chasing the market downwards, it's like catching a falling knife. You keep getting cut, but you can't stop the bleeding. It's a little bit graphic, but that's what it is. So in order for you to serve your clients correctly, stop them from bleeding and advise them to get ahead of the market instead of getting cut over and over and over again. This is like a ball rolling down a hill, right? Don't chase it down when you're up here chasing it down. You want to get in front of it and stop it, just like this wooden man here. Okay? Don't take responsibility of the market. So I hear this a lot from agents. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I think we should list at 799 because I've been in real estate 20 years and I know exactly what I'm doing. I do this every single day. No. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the market has clearly indicated that we need to be at 799,000 in order to get ahead of the market to get your property sold so you can move to Colorado on time. Would I have your permission to go ahead and list the property at 799 so we can get the property sold? Well, John, it seems like everything lines up and we do want to go to Colorado on time. So we'll trust you at 799. Okay, perfect. That's what the market is telling us. Okay, great. And when you're getting the price reduction, never say, you know what, I believe we need to be at this price. I believe we need to reduce the price of this price here, $799. The market has clearly indicated, the buyers out there have clearly shown us that our list price is simply what the market is not willing to bear. So we have a couple of choices, and the choice is totally up to you. I support you 1,000%. Either you adjust, stay the same, or take it off the market. I'm speaking really fast, but you need to be very empathetic when you deliver this. I understand your pain. If I didn't have to ask you to adjust the price, I wouldn't do it. Get 850. I even want you to get 900,000, and yet the market is telling us otherwise. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what would you like to do? Avoid saying I think or in my professional opinion. The market sets the price, guys, not you. When the market goes way up, we get 8 offers. I remember this in Colorado. The market was on fire, right? And you would get 8 offers and we get $80,000 over asking. You think you're the one that made it happen. No, no, no. The market did, right? And it's not like, if they made 200,000, you're gonna get a piece of that. So same thing when the market goes down 200K, it's not you, it's the market. Don't take responsibility for it. You don't owe them nothing. It's just the market. If a property isn't selling, guys, the truth is simple. It's overpriced. I hear this from agents all the time, actually, Jeff. Well, I think the price is pretty good. I think the price is pretty good, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I don't think we need to adjust the prices. We just need one buyer. No, listen, wake up. It's overpriced. Any home is saleable if it's priced right. If it's not selling, guys, and you've done everything in your plan of action, you put it on all the social media platforms, you talk to 30 people per day marketing their home, guess what? It's overpriced. But they won't trust you unless you tell them, I done this, and this. They won't trust you. That's why communication. It's not so much about what you did. It's a lot about what you did that you communicated to the seller about what you did to get the home sold, and still the market isn't responding. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when they ask you this, what have you been doing to sell my home? That tells me that you haven't communicated with your sellers for the last 2 weeks, right? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, our marketing plan, our 30-point marketing plan works 100% of the time. And when it doesn't, there's only one reason and one reason only. It's the price. So you have a couple of choices. See, I'm a broken record about that, okay? You have a couple of choices and the choice is totally up to you. Whatever you choose and decide, I will support you 1,000%. We can either adjust, stay the same, or take it off the market. Selling a home begins and ends with price, guys. The faster you price it right, the faster you get it sold. And that's it, guys. We are at 8:30 my time. Scan the QR code. Follow me on social media, guys. I have a lot more content on my IG, on my Facebook, and a lot more resources. I also started a little lead gen and coaching company if you want to take a look at that as well. Guys, we'll now open up for questions. I didn't hear too many yeah buts. Nobody yelled at me during the presentation. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was valuable. I hope it was informative. And now you get this whole presentation, the scripts, the listing guide. Go ahead and copy what you need, and go ahead and sell all your listings. Okay, let's open up for questions.
Great stuff. Unmute yourselves, guys. Go ahead and
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so when I so you send the CMA to somebody before you go into the appointment. A lot of times I like to put a range of prices and not give them an exact price because you don't really know inside what kind of updates and stuff are going on with the house. Would you suggest that?
Yeah, to each their own. There's no right or wrong, and you have to read your client. If your client or prospect is more of a range type of person, you put the range. If they're really precise, they're super analytical, they're going to be like, why did you give me a range? And they'll overthink. They'll be like, okay, well, you're not even sure about the list price, are you? Analyticals will say that to you. The drivers, you better just give one price. This is the bottom line, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. In order to get your property sold, we need to be at $799. That's what the market is clearly indicating to us. Would you like to get your home sold as soon as possible? Well, yes, John, let's go ahead and list property at $799. If they're amiable, maybe there's a range. Well, if we can price it at $799, it'll draw a lot more people. That'd be great. And $850, maybe that's good too. Amiables and expressives, they don't care. They'll deal with the range. Analyticals and drivers, they'll be like, what the hell is this? Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah, I just because sometimes you'll walk in and the house will be a POS, and sometimes you'll walk in and it's beautiful, and you don't know that until you're walking in the house.
Yeah. I would ask. That's why in the pre-qualification script, I ask as many questions as possible. One of the questions is, would you please describe your home for me? Okay. You know what? It's original. Actually, we did the kitchen about 15 years ago. It's brand new, and we enjoyed it. and I think you're gonna love the house. Well, okay, tell me more about that. Okay, and asking that question will help you discover what type of personality they are. Oh my gosh, I want the next buyer to love my home as much as I do. Well, oh, that's an amiable for sure, right? Oh my God, let me show you the drapes. I love my drapes. That's an expressive. What do you want to know? 4 bed, 2 bath, 6,000 square foot lot, driver, right? Go ahead, Davis.
Yeah, John, thanks for the information. Uh, like you said, everything is really focused upon that price and getting it right. There are so many different ways to come to that number with the multiple CMAs and RPRs. Which method are you utilizing for that to get that as closely honed in as you can? Or do you have something that you have done, personally, just kind of come up with your own technique?
No, it's very straightforward. Don't overcomplicate this, guys. 3 actives, 3 sold, and 3 expired listings. And when you are showing them, Davis, the comparables, don't say, well, this home here is 4 bed, 2 bath, 2,000 square feet, 6,000 square foot lot, and it's been on the market for 23 days and it hasn't sold, and it's listed at 865,000. You want to show them either through your iPad or your paperwork. I recommend an iPad if you're in front of them, and show them, even if you have your laptop open, point to it. Point, say, hey, this one here on 123 Primrose Lane, look at how many bedrooms. Look at how many baths. Well, it's 4 bed, it's 2 bath. Look at how many square feet inside. Well, it's 2,000 square feet. Look at the lot size here. What is that? It's 6,000 square feet. Okay, perfect. Have you seen this house? Well, I have. It's just around the corner from me. Okay, perfect. So you know this neighborhood. Well, yes, I do. Okay, well, look how long it's been on the market. Wow, it's been on the market 180 days? Yes, and you did say that you want to go to Colorado Springs by end of September. Is that correct? So can you afford to list your property at this price? No, we can't, John. Have them tell you, because people won't agree with you if you tell them what to do, but people will always agree with themselves because they told themselves this is overpriced. Does that make sense, Davis? Very simple, correct?
Thanks, John.
Yeah. And guys, don't fight people on the price so much. Discover deeply what they're trying to achieve. If you can dig into their motivation and have them understand that you understood their motivation, right? They will be on your side. Logic, which is the comparables, guys, makes people think. Emotion, what they're trying to achieve, what's important to them, will make people act. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Sully, you did tell me that you want to go to Colorado Springs because of a job transfer. What would happen if you listed at this price and the home didn't sell? Oh, my wife would kill me. Well, is that what you want, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? No, I wouldn't say that. But anyway, okay. Sean.
Yeah, I just wanted, first of all, awesome, my friend. I want to ask you very quickly, you kind of broke down personality profiling, just an example. Is there a particular training or anything that you've could steer us to for personality profiling, the way you broke that down quickly? Obviously, you've gone through multiple ones. Is there
Yeah.
anything that you recommend that kind of summarizes and helps all of us on that personality profiling? Because I'm with you. To me, that means a ton, understanding where they fall within that personality.
Yes, so there's 2 that I would recommend. Larry Wilson, Versatile Selling, and of course, Tony Robbins' Disc Profile. DISC, but I like Larry's better. It's a little bit easier for me to understand, which is driver, analytical,
Yeah.
amiable, and then expressive.
And so when you go to look up Larry Wilson, what else are you adding to it when you look him up?
Versatile Selling is the book. Very
Yeah,
easy book to read. It's like probably like 100 pages only. But it's
cool.
so informative, and it's so like simple and easy to understand who you are. And a lot of times, yes, you're gonna have different personality types when you're under stress. So I myself am an analytical personality. I'm like overthinker, right? But then when you put me under stress, I become a driver. I just don't want to deal with it. Just give me, just show me the sausage. Just don't tell me how it's done, right? Give me the results.
Yeah.
Hope that makes
Good.
sense.
Yeah, good stuff.
John, I love your idea. That's something I've not done. I've done this 24 years now. I've not put in expired listings into the CMA. And I think in this market, that's so key. That's a
I
great
think you have to.
piece right there. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
let's don't do what these people did. Let's look at these and how long were they on the market and they compare them. That's such a great piece right now, I think, to add
Yeah.
it. I think too, we've all made this mistake, I'm sure, on here. I know I have many times where again you're kind of in maybe a slower time of the year, a slower time of market, and you'll take anything, and it's like, oh my gosh, just shoot me already. 6 months later, they're screaming at you. 3 months into it, they're screaming at you. Why didn't it
Well,
sold?
that's
They're
it.
blaming, they're blaming you, and you didn't pre-qualify. You didn't do what you needed to do up front. You just you let them dictate more about the home price and all this kind of stuff. And I've been there, made those mistakes before, and it's just you shoot yourself in the foot. You
We
know,
all have, and we
yeah,
all take overpriced listings. Just know that, guys, it's okay. I'm equipping you with all the skills, the scripts, and the mindset that you need in order to get price reductions. Now you have some confidence, based on what I just shown you guys. I'm going to send you the deck, and also the scripts are all within it. You know exactly what to do now to get a price reduction. The
yeah,
bottom line is stay strong, stay confident, and never take responsibility for the price. And it's your fiduciary responsibility to tell the truth about the market. They may or may not like it. You may or may not like it, right?
sure.
But you are doing your job. Go ahead, Jamie.
Good morning. Hi, John. Thank you so much. This is so great. Where will you be sending that information? Do we need to provide like an email or will you drop it in the chat?
Oh, I'll send it to Jeff, the deck.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
And
put it
so,
and I'll get it
I
answered.
thought you were asking about the pre-listing package. So if people are
All
more
of it.
techie, yeah, if people are more techie, then if they're millennials or younger, go ahead and send the email. That's fine,
Okay.
right? If you have the time, guys, send out a physical pre-listing package along with all the paperwork inside. People will be massively impressed. They'll be like, "Wow, you sent this!" And I usually if they like, I have enough time, I will send a thank you card. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to show you exactly what we do to get homes sold. I'm super excited about getting your home on the market and getting it sold. Look forward to seeing you Tuesday at 5 p.m.
It's good. Who else, guys? Anything else? Any other comments, thoughts, questions? John,
No yeah buts today?
do you know Sandy Payne, EXP agent? Does that name ring a bell at all?
No.
So she's a big agent there. I forget where she's at, but she was on here last week. And honestly, I mean, I will tell you guys, between what we just heard here from John and last week, put these two together and you could just be an absolute machine when it comes to taking listings and pricing them right and getting them sold. I mean, this is almost like a 1-2 punch in terms of this kind of market that we're in. So good.
Thank
So
you.
really good. Any questions, thoughts, comments? Anybody?
I have a question. I'm sorry. I had
Go
a
ahead,
call
Tracy.
come through
Yeah.
and I was like, please don't let him go before my call. So good, John. Thank you so very much. Tracy Wiggins in Atlanta as well as Nashville. I think sellers are getting so much smarter. So they're doing these shorter contracts. And what really annoys me is, okay, so let's say we do a 3-month contract and I'm telling them where the price needs to be and they don't listen and they hold it all the way out. And then my contract is over. They go with another agent and they do exactly what I told them to do. That is so annoying. But I guess there's nothing we really can do. What is your thoughts when you run across sellers? Because they're getting smarter now. They don't want these long contracts. So they're like, hey, I'll do 30 days. I said, 30 days is only my marketing time. I need way more than that. Can you give me at least a season, minimum 3 months? But I've
Yeah.
seen them not listen to me and go right on with another agent, possibly. I mean, it's not happened yet, but I just noticed what's going to happen. It's happened with some team members.
You know what? Like
Ugh, I know.
it's always better. You might not like this comment, but it's always better to be the second wife on a listing rather than the first wife.
That's right, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the reality of the situation because a lot of times if you take the listing too prematurely because they have a long period of time before they need to move
Right.
and they won't listen to your price,
Uh-huh.
you have only 3 months, you're like, oh, I don't know if
Oh
I can
my
get
God.
them down from 850 all the way to
Where they need to
699 in
be.
3 months,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? So a lot of times you may have to just turn it down.
Just turn it down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Right?
Because I was thinking if you're not listening and respecting where I'm telling you what the market is already showing you, like you said earlier, I just love how you broke down, hey, these other houses have already shown they've been out here this long, they're not getting what they want. So we don't want to be them, and waste more time. So, and one of my coaches, whom I love, Sekou Powell out of New York, used to say you should only work with the most motivated buyers and sellers. Otherwise, it's going to run you crazy. And I put that in the comments too. But thank you so much. It was amazing.
Oh, you're welcome. And I would advise everybody to think about this. Everybody should think about stacking more listings in your pipeline,
Oh, yeah.
right? And in 2012, I've been through this kind of a similar market where honestly, it was 10% sell ratio. So I had to, if my goal was to sell 2 to 3 listings per month, I needed to carry 30. That's how bad it was. So I carried 30 listings all year round, just so I know only a certain little percentage will listen to my price reduction recommendation.
That's it.
And I just have to play the numbers game. If the market is selling at 10% sell ratio, that's what I need to do. I need to stack listings. So if
Yeah.
my goal is 60 deals, write this down. One listing equals one paycheck. If I take 60 listings in 1 year, I'm going to do 60 deals. Why? Because not every listing that I take will sell, but they will attract the right type of buyers for me to work with to make up for my 60 deal goal.
Okay.
It's just a numbers game, guys. Treat this like a numbers game, but don't treat people like a number. Treat them like humans, right? But treat your business like a business, and
Oh
the
my gosh.
business is called the numbers game here in real estate. Hope that makes
That's a
sense.
light bulb moment for me. Thank you so much. I have 14 listings, more than I've ever had. And you're right, because
Oh,
some of
okay.
them you're gonna have to let go. It's gonna have to let
Yeah,
go.
so homework for you, Tracy,
Uh-huh.
this week is to ask each and every one of them to reduce the price more than you think it needs. If it needs 10%, go for 15. If it needs
hmm
15, go for 20. And
hmm
one of them will say, you know what? Take it off the market. I can't reduce to that level. Okay, great. Let's take it off the market. I bet you anything, 5 of them will reduce, and you're going to get 5 escrows this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you so
And
much for
then
that.
you have more mental space now that you
I'm
let go
telling
of
you,
5. You will take more listings, right?
that's it. Make room for the ones that are motivated. Oh my gosh.
That's
Thank you
right.
so
And
much
then
for that.
and those 14 listings, some of them you're like, oh, I don't even want to talk to them. They're dragging your energy down,
So true. Oh my God, so true.
right?
Mhm.
Why? Wow, I feel like I'm at the altar now.
Go get those price reductions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've
Thank
been
you.
going after expired listings, and I've got 3. I think we're getting ready. I think we'll be putting on 3 in the market, the next couple of weeks here. Kind of working on that right now. And
No,
again, just but talking to these people, and well, we're just trying. We don't have to move. We just want to see what it would do. I'm like, have a good rest of the year. Let's try again next year. I mean, it's just like that seller. We're just playing in the market just to see what would happen, kind of thing.
no.
No, but the ones that no, we need to get back to Indiana. I mean, our grandkid. It's like we got to get back there ASAP. Like we're dying to get back there. Like again, what is the motivation?
All right.
Yeah.
Funny you say that because even the expired, like I said, they're so much smarter now.
Yeah,
Not that they've never been smart. Let me take that back. I'm not saying that, but they are strategic now. And so I have them calling me before their listing is even over, like, hey, I'm getting ready to let my agent go. Can you come check out my house? So they're starting the interview before they're even done with the contract, y'all. I mean, you really have to present your value and go in there ready to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I forgot to share this. Write these down. There are 7 Ds of life that your seller needs to have in order to find out how motivated they are. Number 1 is diapers. If they have a new baby, they need more space. Number 2 is diamonds, marriage, engagement, right? Number 3, diploma. Kids graduating, we're downsizing, we become empty nesters. Then you got downsizing, right? Oh, sorry. Yes, diploma and then downsizing. And then displacement, which is deployment, which is job relocation. And then you have divorce. That's 3 deals, guys. You sell the house and buy 2 condos. Last but not least, death, probate sale.
Right.
Was that 7? And maybe the other one was distress, like debt.
One,
You
two,
can't
three.
afford it anymore.
6, 7. That'd be an 8 if you did
That'd be 8?
distress.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
But that's definitely a reason.
That's definitely a reason. Right? So if you are talking to the seller and you are asking deeper questions, you find out the true motivation. And these 7 Ds of life are motivation level 8, 9, and 10. That's who you want to work with.
Daniel, unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question. See what
All
John.
right. Hey, John, this is Dan Bauer from Paw Paw, Michigan. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, I've got a question. I've had a unique lake listing. I've had it listed for since March.
Mhm.
It listed last year. We started out at for the sellers at 1.8, did a price adjustment to 1.5 this past spring. Not much movement, dropped it down to 1.3 again. Since then, I've only had one showing per month. It's a very unique property. 680 feet of lake frontage, about 3,000 square feet. It's a 3 and 2. It's got a humongous garage, but my sellers, it's an estate sale. They
Mhm.
just are overvaluing the property. And it's at a point where, no, I'm still under contract time. I'm good on contract time, but I've done everything. I've invested in marketing for outside Detroit, Chicago area, which is big. I bought ads. I've done everything that I can from my side to keep showing progress. I'm doing another open
Yes.
house this weekend on it. I hired a digital firm to do a new video. I did a video on it, to show people, hey, this is really better property. It's the price. I know it's the price. And they're just overvaluing it. So I'm kind of stuck on what to do to get this property moved.
Yeah. What price do you feel you should use in order to attract more buyers in this
Well, I
market?
paid for an appraisal, and the appraisal came at 1.3.
1.3?
And I firmly believe that to get people in the house, we got to be down close to a million or just over a million on it.
Yeah. 9.99 is what I'm seeing in your future.
You know what I mean? And it's hard because, that's 50% of what they thought it was worth. And one person is very difficult, but that's what the market's saying. And there's not much I can do about it. I'm doing what you're saying.
There's
I'm being honest. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
I talk to them
Yeah.
weekly.
Yes, great job, Daniel. So stay patient. Stay patient. Be on their side. Keep showing and communicating with them what you did in order to get the home sold. And then just be patient with them because it's an estate sale. They have to sell.
Right.
So stay patient with them. They may have time to wait, but just be there with them. Recommend the 9.99, but let them choose. I know you guys probably have time to wait, and obviously at the same time you want to get this property sold so you can close up the estate, right? So why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and adjust to 9.99? Well, I don't want to do that. Okay. Well, then we're going to have to wait. Are you okay to wait? Right? So just be
Right.
with them, right? At the same time, show them what you did. Paying for all the advertisements may listen to the second wife. Yes, Tracy. So you want to, I always say this, don't chase the buyer's agent to make an offer on your property. Chase the seller to adjust the price more than you chase the buyer's agent to make the offer on the property.
Because a lot of the issues we've had, I want to say 6 different agents come through and show the house. I've gotten zero feedback. I've gotten one feedback out of those 6 agents, even though I've done replies asking, hey, price, whatnot, very little feedback. And that's what's making it difficult. These agents who are showing the home aren't giving me the feedback that I can share with these sellers to give them a good understanding.
This is what I always say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I followed up with all 6 agents that have come through the property and they gave me no feedback. And can I share with you what that means? No feedback means bad feedback. They weren't even interested to give me anything. So we have a couple of choices and choices totally up to you. In order to get the property sold, adjust, stay the same, or let's take it off the market and help you rent it out. Since it's an estate sale, you only have 2 choices, adjust or stay. All right, but be super patient with them. You got this. You definitely have the listing and you definitely have the deal as long as you don't get fired through the way. Okay. So just be
No,
patient.
no, I
Yeah.
have, man. I've got a good relationship with them. I've talked to them. I know they know I'm working. It's just I didn't know from everybody else's perspective, am I missing something? besides the
No,
obvious
not at all.
price?
No, it's what you communicate to the seller about what you've done in order to get the property sold. They need to see the efforts. And once they see the effort, they're like, wow, Daniel's put in all this work, all this advertising, and still the property's not sold. Then it's up to me to make that adjustment. And they're in full control. But you have to tell them the truth. Sorry, saw another hand up.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jennifer, go ahead.
So my question was in reference to what you guys were just talking about. Like the comment was made, agents are showing the property and not getting any feedback. I feel like I've had a couple broker opens. I've had some agents come through it, and I feel like they're just telling me what they think I want to hear. Because I had a very descriptive like feedback form, and like all of them were like,
What
it's priced right, it's beautiful. I don't have any like improvement suggestions. Um, and again, I don't want to keep spending more money promoting over promoting the property.
so Jennifer, let's do this. Call the buyer's agents in your area that have successfully sold listings in your area. Call them and ask them why didn't make an offer on your property instead of the neighbors. You're
Sure.
gonna get
Yeah,
the truth.
yeah, it's a very niche property for the area. So it's more of like a condo beside a lake. So um there's not a lot of them to compare in the area until you go like the heart of downtown, which is kind of a completely different setting and vibe.
Yeah, no, I get that. Unique properties are a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, if a property isn't selling, it's because of the price. So I can see the stress on your face. Like, smile. You know what? You don't take responsibility for the market. You're there to basically tell the truth about where the market is at, and the sellers get to choose whatever they want to do. And you're just there to guide them and ask them the right questions to have them self-discover what they need to do based on their motivation and time frame. Make sense? You got
It
this.
does. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really good. Biggest thing, communicating to them everything that you're doing. I mean, like Daniel, communicate. Here's the hits on Zillow. Here's the saves on Zillow, or the lack thereof. Here's just show them as many stats and numbers, and again, all the things that you're doing. That communication, because then it's like, it comes down to price in this
I
market.
haven't done that, Jeff. That's a good point about Zillow stats.
There's all kinds of ways to pull up numbers.
Yeah.
You can go to Zillow and see the saves, and you can see the hits on there. That's one thing you can do. Different
Yeah.
websites.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I do that,
Thank you.
Jeff. I tell my agents when you're considering an open house, go look at the Zillow stats. See if who's liking this house. If people aren't liking this house, then don't waste your time.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure.
I love that.
Go ahead, Danelle.
Janelle, go ahead.
I think I'm unmuted. Yeah, my question is, you had said in the very beginning in real estate you weren't very successful. What changed in your mind to become what you are now?
I had a mentor
Yeah, okay.
and I hired a coach.
hmm
So I knew he was coaching me from a system, and the coach also was a mentor, meaning they did whatever I wanted to do in my business. So my coach sold 250 homes in their career, and they're now coaching me. That's a mentor that's already done what you want to do. So go to someone. The quickest and most predictable way to become successful at anything is to be in proximity of someone who's already done what you want to do. So my first year, $2,500, 2 deals. My second
Yeah.
year, I got lucky, 17 deals, and the market hit financial recession 2008. I went backwards, and then I became $80,000 in debt. That's when I, found my first mentor. When the student is ready, the teacher will show up. And
Okay.
without a mentor, there's no way I'd be here. And at each and every point in your career, you're going to find a new mentor on what you want to become,
Yeah.
right? So, someone will show up. Well, I'd be happy to help.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Well, guys, let's wrap it up. Somebody asked, I think it was Evelyn, the recording. Yes, all these are recorded. You can go to our Freedom Team, go to EXP Freedom Team in YouTube. There's our YouTube channel. This will be uploaded sometime later this week. We'll get that on there. John, whatever you send me, I will put his presentation stuff in the description on YouTube.
There's a slide deck in the chat here, and I'll also text it to you, Jeff, so
Perfect.
everybody has it. You could just
That's
forward it to
awesome.
everybody.
Yeah, very cool. So let me click on that, save that here. Yeah, so anyway, it'll be there. It'll also be on our Facebook page, our Facebook group. We're getting everything probably moved over to the hub here eventually. But John, thank you so much, man. Appreciate
Real
you.
quick,
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, real
All the
quick.
best to you guys. We'll see you in Utah, okay?
Yeah,
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes. Bill, what were you gonna say?
Thank you.
I think it was Sean.
Oh, was it Sean? Somebody
Yeah, I
trying
was
to
gonna
jump
say,
in?
a lot of people have jumped. I'm gonna have John on. He's also a big rev share attractor. I don't know what this guy's doing, but obviously the guy's extremely sharp. So be on the lookout here in the next month or two. We'll have John on a Monday.
Yeah, he's doing some great stuff. So,
Yeah.
guys, seriously, between this one and if you missed last Tuesday, go back and watch that recording of Sandy Payne. She just had the way, and again, just like John, when you do it again and again and again and again, it just becomes more and more just part of who you are as a realtor. And so, again, at first, yes, it's reading scripts. And it's like, oh, it sounds like a script, and you got to make it your own. But again, the next time is a little better than the first time, and the 10th time is better than the 9th time. It just you just get more and more comfortable the more you do it. So put it into action, guys. And I'll tell you what, expired listings, there's a lot of them out there. I've been focused on that. I built a funnel for it. I'm playing with it. Once I get that kind of down, I'd love to come in and just share it with everybody. I just want to make sure it's working the way I want it to work. So, but I'm getting some good calls
I
every
thought he
day.
said something else interesting, Jeff, and I'm in the process of getting ready to do it also. You hear so many of these people hired a coach, and all of us are like, God, I'm not going to spend $1,000 a month. What the heck? But look what it does to almost everybody I've talked to that are huge producers. They hired a coach, changed their entire career. Jeff, you're the same way.
I paid $20,000 a year for 9 years with Craig Proctor,
Wow.
but that's what worked. It put me in the top 20 in town in 2.5 years, after I got my license, and out of 5,000 agents. And it was all because of Craig and his system and the coaches that I had. I mean, it was all that 100%, I was clueless. Brand new real estate agent, So no, getting around the right people, coming in here every week, and all this is a big part of it. Being part of this, plugging in. The people we see in here on a regular basis tend to do pretty good in their business. But again, there's outside help that you can get as well. Good mentoring, coaching, local agents, or just there's a lot of coaches out there. Weed through some of them and just see. So definitely a good point. You guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, EXP's big agent meeting, same time on their YouTube channel. You can watch that. Thursday, Q&A with Eric and Kelly. And then Friday, same time, we're back here. And by the way, guys, just so you know, it's always the same Zoom link. Every time, freedomteamzoom.live. You can Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. EXP has their own thing on Wednesdays. Okay, we don't get in the way of that. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, freedomteamzoom.live, and we'll be on here. Okay, but Friday, come to that. It's just open mastermind, where we just get on there and we talk and we pick each other's brains and we help each other with different things that we're going through, marketing questions, talking about this training, different things, whatever you need. So we'll be there. Okay. So that's it, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Jeff.
Take care.